Da 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 da. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Testing once again.
No. All right, now Josh is testing. Josh is testing 1 2.
Hello, how
Hello.
you doing?
We're talking at the same time.
Yeah, we're talking right now.
Welcome into the 5A District Championship where Upper Dublin made it after a week of no game due to coronavirus. We're back with the rematch of 2018 District 5A Championship. This time, the only remaining players from that team is Rossman, Micah Bootman, and Johnny Colbrenner. What we could potentially see is the first players in football, Upper Dublin football, to get 2 rings, 2 chips, whatever you like to call it. But right here, it's the same team. So it's going to be Westchester, Rustin, Bayard Rustin, however you guys would like to call it. We're going to face off against this 4-1 team as Upper Dublin comes into this game 5-1. Of course, last game was a forfeited game. So that's just 1 extra win added on to Upper Dublin's record. I am here alongside CJ Ambrose, here to cover the game, alongside with Joshua Siliberti later on in the game as a color commentator. CJ, how are we feeling about this championship game?
Well, I think this will be the most competitive game, maybe even the best team Upper Dublin faces this year. Although it's a rematch between 2018, let me tell you something. These teams are way different. Upper Dublin has become much more of a running team since then. Meanwhile, the opposite has happened for Bayard Rustin. They're being led by their senior quarterback, John Crispo. He has a great arm, great arc on his deep ball, and he has 4.9 speed to boot. Not to mention the very dangerous Deshaun Jacobs, running back, wide receiver, kick returner. He ran for 215 yards against Downingtown East. He has explosive speed, elusive runner. In that game, too, he also ran 2 kick return touchdowns back, I believe.
Now, coming into this game, Westchester Rustin, they beat Wissahickon, the team which we first played in week 1. We beat them only by a very small amount. Joshua Siliberti was there to cover the game. And what happened there is Westchester Rustin beat that team. So whether it's a fair and competitive matchup, it sure is. I'm looking forward to it on this beautiful, clear night after the skies cleared up after a couple of rainy days here at Cardinal Stadium. Any last words, CJ?
Have a great night, and let's play some football.
Enjoy some Cardinal Acton football. Ryan. Welcome into Cardinals Stadium, where we're about to see Upper Dublin kickoff against Westchester Rustin. I'm here alongside Joshua Siliberti and a third commentator, CJ Ambrose. Right here, we're going to watch the rematch of the 2018 District 5A Championship against Bayard Rustin. I'm going to switch between the names, multiple names on different websites. Westchester Rustin, Bayard Rustin. And we actually have some UD alum and veterans. We have Mike Slifka in the stands, Logan Heim, and Jameson from the 2018 championship here to support the guys tonight. Josh,
so excited to be here tonight at Upper Dublin High School. Obviously, we had Upper Dublin's last game a couple weeks ago against Hatboro Horsham with a big win to close out the season. Had a little bit of a bye week last week, but we're back tonight and so excited to face Westchester Rustin.
now, as CJ Ambrose said earlier in the pregame live show, the players we're going to look out for are John Crispino, Deshaun Jacobs, Kevin Fries, and Travis Riley, all who are upperclassmen. CJ, would you like to give any takes?
Yeah, sure. John Crispino, he is really good. I'd actually compare him to former UD quarterback Mike Slifka. He can pass.
Big statement.
He can pass. He can run. He is a 4.9 40-yard dash, which for a high schooler is very impressive. He's a great deep ball and a lot of other great tools. Same with Deshaun Jacobs. He's going to be returning this kick.
And just with kickoff, we have Owen Carl, who is 18 for 18 on the season. Wow.
It's absolutely incredible. It's going to have a great game tonight, and we're underway.
And in the backfield here is Westchester as he dropped it and is immediately. Did Upper Dublin pick it up? And it's Upper Dublin's ball. We'll get the official confirmation from the official. And it is not. It is going to remain Westchester ball. Westchester their colors are navy, Vegas gold, and white, as Vegas gold, as CJ Ambrose put it. And Upper Dublin, of course, in their home uniforms with white and black stripes on the shoulder pads. They're in their red majority uniforms.
Great job there by the Cardinals, even though they couldn't get the fumble, really. Rushing to Westchester Rustin downfield, hard tackle, create a little bit of action on the field, and great starting position for this UD defense.
And immediately a flag on the field by the ref. And this is already starting to look similar to the game in 2018.
Yes, it is. Looks like it'll be a false start on the play, awaiting the official ruling, and it will be a false start. That'll back him up a couple of yards.
Upper Dublin already in a great position to this game, as you said, and only 5 seconds in at the start of the first quarter. It's going to be 1st and 15. Ball's on the 18. First and 15, here we go. Front and center is Crispino.
Damian Jacobs was the intended punt returner on the play.
And handoff as Jacobs is trying to find a pocket to run through, and he does not, and Upper Dublin's quick to stop that one. And you see Johnny Colbrenner and the guys hyped up already.
UD defense off to an incredible start tonight, not letting anything open up downfield for Westchester, and great start.
Absolutely stuffed him, as the fans just put it.
You know, you can feel the electricity here by the defense, the sideline. Everyone here is so electric right now. You just don't want to get overamped in this situation. Big play here on 2nd down.
Nothing like a playoff atmosphere at Upper Dublin.
And here's Crispino. He decided to take it in, but it's a false start, as CJ puts it immediately. And the fans are just overjoyous right now, using all their energy from the pregame as they bring the electricity here tonight.
Absolutely. What a night for football. Back them up again. That will bring it to 2nd and 22. Josh, I don't think they've really had much of a play yet, have they, besides that one run?
It's very true. And Upper Dublin right now with a chance at a safety.
Wouldn't that be amazing? Westchester backs up, throwing, and brought down.
It's brought down immediately. Upper Dublin putting themselves up at such a big advantage here. 1 minute and 20 seconds into the game. It's going to be 3rd and forever. Upper Dublin putting the Golden Knights in the end zone, chance at a safety.
This will be an amazing start to a game for the Cardinals. Obviously right now 3rd and 25, 3rd and forever. It would be incredible here to get a safety, get the 2 points, get the ball back. Let's hope we can do that.
Here's the quarterback under center. And here's the running back heading in, trying to find any opening, and we could already tell Upper Dublin's going to get their first drive upcoming next.
That will bring out the Upper Dublin offense. It's 4th and 3, so you never know what can happen. 4th forever, pretty much.
They're going to be forced to kick it as kickers outside the end zone. That is Jacob Barksdale out there to punt. Number 42. He's a senior, 6'5", as it's listed here from Max Preps. And it doesn't go far. Upper Dublin already with balls on the 36, giving Upper Dublin another huge advantage.
Josh, look who's taking the field. Number 9.
Colin O'Sullivan, after the Hatboro-Horsham game, he had a little scare as Nick Rodriguez took over. And we weren't exactly sure whether he's going to be on the game or in the game or not. Glad to see him out there now and bring the team to a hopeful win.
The bye week for the Cardinals totally helped him heal. Really great to have him back on the field as he has led this team to such a great record this season and will continue to do that tonight.
O'Sullivan immediately to Micah Bootman, and Micah Bootman gets some more and is dropped right outside the 16-yard line. Micah Bootman hyped up and hyping up the crowd as well.
Right, Micah Bootman fired up on the sidelines, dancing through the tackles, got a couple of yards. Great job there by Bootman, and great start for this Upper Dublin offense.
You know, speaking of tackles there, I think that tackle helped him gain another 5 yards, pushing him forward there.
Absolutely. We'll take anything we can get. Upper Dublin, 1st and 10.
Micah Bootman beating his 5-yard receiving average from last year as he's a senior this year. Of course, showing examples for the younger guys. And we have his older brother, Malik Bootman, in the stands, witnessing what he experienced in his senior year.
Not much there on that play for the Cardinals. Johnny Colbrenner trying to do a little bit of a running route to the right side, pretty much running parallel to the 25-yard line.
So
lost the 4.
Over the past few games, Micah Bootman has been able to bring up his receiving average. He's up at 40 yards receiving a game. Here's Rossman right by O'Sullivan's side, and O'Sullivan found Colbrenner open, just short of a pass.
You know, that ball was just thrown right into the ground. I like the idea of trying to roll him out to the left, but he didn't set his feet, and that's why the throw was way off. You got to get your mechanics down first.
Absolutely, so important.
O'Sullivan, as Johnny Colbrenner said earlier before the game, there's going to be a lot of passing tonight. A lot of passing. You know, earlier on in the season, as I predicted at the Souderton game, Upper Dublin needs to kind of sway away from being heavy on the rushing. And that's exactly what they did in the past few games and given O'Sullivan a lot of trust. O'Sullivan, once again, finds Bootman, and Bootman catches it with his defender right on him. Much of what we haven't seen, we've seen a lot of slip-up plays in the past few games, but this time around, we need it.
Bootman 2 for 2 today. Obviously, last week had a couple of drops, but really making up for it today. That great catch. O'Sullivan's throw right on the money and drop high, but Bootman's able to reel it down between 2 defenders. Put Upper Dublin, great position, 1st and 7.
And Johnny Colbrenner was not able to catch that snap as he is going to go down at the 30. A lot of loss right there. Not what Upper Dublin needed. but we definitely know they can push through and recover from that one.
You know, that was a wildcat formation. There's something we knew that was going to happen, and that is not what they wanted there. It is now 2nd and a country mile. They'll be lucky to get in field goal range.
Right, Upper Dublin did take the loss in that play. A little bit back, but as we know, Upper Dublin is more than capable of recovering from that. All it takes is a long pass downfield.
Here we go, 2nd and 29. And O'Sullivan finds Noah Lee on the right side and is taken down.
A short pass there to the right side of the field. Able to pick up a couple of yards on the play. 3rd and waiting for a scoreboard.
And Upper Dublin right now, this play will really determine whether they'll go for a field goal or not.
3rd and 17 on the play. So we approach the 7-minute mark, 6:55 on the clock.
I'm actually hoping that they're going to match last 2 years ago against Westchester Rustin in the championship game, where Slivka had a sneak in for a 7-0 lead. So who knows if that'll happen. Here's Boomin in the end zone. There's a little too far of a stretch. It's going to be a 4th down as they bring out Owen Carl. Owen Carl, very reliable throughout the whole entire season, even when we needed him most, even through the rough times, has not missed a single field goal.
That's incredible, and I'm more than confident that he'll do it again tonight. CJ, over to you.
This is one of his longer kicks. It's going to be around 35 yards. Let's see if Legacy can put it through.
That's right.
And Owen Carl, it is good to give Upper Dublin the 3. Oh, it's
Wide left.
yeah, excuse me about that one. Kind of took my judgment from the fans. Wasn't paying attention to the referees. Anyways, that is no good. Unfortunately, that is his first missed field goal of the season. Nonetheless, Upper Dublin brings their defense out as Kyrie Butler takes the field, leading the line.
Owen Carl, obviously we're so used to him being so good every single day. Of course, we're not going to think that much of that missed kick because I'm sure he'll go right back out there, not think of it, and hit a bunch more field goals and extra points tonight.
You know, speaking of fans, only 250 people allowed here, but it is absolutely electric.
Actually, it was updated to 750, 25% of the capacity that a stadium can hold.
Great play there by the Cardinals. Is able to rip the Westchester Rustin player down there, grab it. Loss of a couple on the yard.
6:20 left to go in the first quarter. Score remains 0-0. And the Golden Knights with 11 to go, 2nd down.
Golden Knights here, they're really looking for a play. Expect a deep pass here. I don't know why, but I'm feeling it.
We'll see what happens.
And it looks like that is definitely a loss on that play, and we are hearing it from the fans as Jake Gondet does his celebration that he does every game, punching the air. Always gets everyone hyped up.
Great play there by the Cardinals. Obviously, you knew that Westchester Rustin would be looking downfield to an open man, but nothing down there. Got to him quickly. Big loss there by Westchester.
You know, Crispino there, hands at his side. I know it's early in the game, but this Rustin offense hasn't been held like this entire season. You can see the frustration on his face.
Westchester Rustin, one of the most electric offenses in the region.
Here's an end around as Crispino decides to take it for himself. He takes the option. And it's going to be a 4th down, giving Upper Dublin another chance at a score and a drive. And basing it off last punt, could not go very far, giving Upper Dublin the advantage. Actually, last game, Owen Carl's strength and power in his foot really gave Upper Dublin the win, as CJ put it last game.
You know, Micah Bootman back to return here, and this is huge. If they can get another good field goal return, I definitely think they can set themselves up. Bootman's going to grab it. He's going to go to the right. Still evading tacklers, finally brought down around the 43.
Bootman was almost able to escape that one. Almost able to escape that one. And Upper Dublin will start at the 45, bringing O'Sullivan back onto the field.
Still, Upper Dublin will take it. Good field position, not too bad. 45 yards and put some points on the board. I'm sure Upper Dublin right here is going to be looking pretty aggressive. It's obviously the first drive of the game. Pretty good for the Cardinals. We'll look to continue that and fire downfield.
Rossman right by O'Sullivan's side and right behind him. And it's going to be a pitch to the right as he moves to the left side of the field and is brought out of bounds with about a gain of 1.
As you remember, a couple years ago, I believe it was 2018 in the district playoffs, Westchester Rustin had the ball right at the goal line for the end of the game. Upper Dublin came up with a huge stop and allowed them to move on and face Mannheim Central over at Wissahickon.
You remember the Philly special play?
Oh, I do. That was an incredible
that
moment.
Brian Mermelstein was there too. I hope he's listening in right now.
History.
Shout out to Brian Mermelstein who covered that game. O'Sullivan. The pass is complete to Logan Trim. 3:40 left to go in the first quarter. Score remains 0-0, scoreless. And it's going to be 3rd and 5. Upper Dublin just has to push through this one to get the momentum going.
We do appreciate you tuning in tonight for Upper Dublin football.
Almost 260 people here. You know, if you can go down below, like and subscribe, that'll help out the channel a lot and get it recommended to people in the area.
O'Sullivan moving right, and he does find Noah Lee as Noah Lee gets some more on that one and is brought down, gets the first down. Upper Dublin now at a chance to score.
Great play there by Noah Lee, a little bit of a scramble to the middle of the field. Great pass there by O'Sullivan. Take out a couple yards.
Now, this is a District 5A championship, as there are 6 of them. The PIAA 5A rules are that the school must have a 399 to 582 male enrollment to qualify for the 5A. Anything above that will be a 6A. So Upper Dublin, of course, placing in this part of the bracket. Here's O'Sullivan, hands it off to Rossman. Rossman not getting much on that one as immediately brought down, maybe about 2 or 3 yards.
This little run there by Rossman. He's really trying to push through the defense, get a couple. You really want to make something out of nothing there. And able to do so. Gain of 1 on the play for Jake Rossman.
You know, as a fullback, Rossman really carrying the team throughout the season. He has 234 total rushing yards, averaging 46. Now that's amazing for football. Even the small little runs that he gets in on 48 carries, it does make a huge impact. Here's 2nd and 9. Rossman got 1 yard on that play as O'Sullivan moves left, and he finds Noah Lee once again. Noah Lee really getting some more name calling and action in this game.
Noah Lee pretty much left wide open there. There's no defenders probably within 10 feet of him on either side. Nice short pass there by O'Sullivan, nice and confident. Noah Lee able to take it in, gain some yards, move the chains, 1st and 10.
It's going to be another first down. Noah Lee might pass his average, having 13 on the season. And really, as a junior, he's really standing at a short height, reminding me of Darren Sproles. And here's O'Sullivan. He finds a man on the left side, and it is complete. That is to Logan Trim. The younger guy is really getting much more involved in this game.
You know, you saw right there, that was zone coverage. If you saw, it looked like Colebrenner was breaking wide open on the cover 2 to the outside.
A great play there by the Cardinals. Once again, able to pick up short yardage, and you know, it may look like nothing, but as you go downfield, those short yards add up, and Upper Dublin's sitting right now.
Here's O'Sullivan shotgun, and he finds Logan Trim in the end zone to get a touchdown. Upper Dublin 6-0. It's complete. Less than a minute left in the first quarter, and Upper Dublin gets their first score of the game.
What a way to start a playoff contest tonight. Logan Trim's in the corner of the end zone. Great catch, great throw by O'Sullivan. Put 6 on the board, and here comes the extra point.
Touchdown reception.
And the extra point is good from the reliable Owen Carl, as CJ likes to put it.
There's Legacies right there with kicking. You thought that this Upper Dublin team would come out rusty. That's what a lot of people thought after the bye. They've come out squeaky clean today. Defense looking great. And overall, this is the best I've seen the passing game looking all year, especially Noah Lee at wide receiver.
Noah Lee has been sensational tonight downfield. O'Sullivan, you think after the injury, a little bit of rust. Haven't seen that tonight. Great job by Colin O'Sullivan. Upper Dublin's defense, Upper Dublin's offense, the entire squad, coaches. What a start, what a night. We're up 7-0.
Less than a minute to go. Let's see what the Golden Knights can pull off here, as we will head into the second quarter and switch sides. That's what high school football does. Noah Lee getting some dap-ups from his teammates for just an incredible drive. I'm just astonished by how much he's involved in this game compared to the whole season.
Right, Noah Lee has really been a big part of the offense tonight. You know, when he's hot, you call on the guy who's hot. So we'll take it. We'll take anything we can get. And he's been huge tonight in this playoff game.
And it's another drop in the backfield, similar to the very beginning of the game, but this time he picks it up and gets some yards in. And he's dropped at the 32.
Same guy, Damian Jacobs again with 2 fumbles. You have to wonder, although he gained yards there, is his job in jeopardy, especially in a playoff game like this?
Right, even more so, it's just important that Upper Dublin watches out for him. Really not about his job security. It's about Upper Dublin just being aware and getting to that ball.
Yeah, such a young guy, sophomore in high school, most likely the brother of Deshaun Jacobs, who's a junior. You have to wonder if the pressure's really getting to him in this championship game.
Right, absolutely. It's a big pressured night tonight.
And handoff over to the Golden Knights, and he's immediately brought down.
Deshaun Jacobs on the carry there. I formation. That's the first time we've seen this today. Watch out to see some wrinkles in this offense by the Golden Knights. They are not a one-trick pony, this offense. They will try everything.
So many great players on this Golden Knights team. We've seen them in the past. They've always been there every year. Last year, I believe, Upper Dublin even played them as well. Seems to be our tradition in the playoffs to go through Westchester Rustin. So we know that they are capable of putting points on the board. Upper Dublin just needs to watch out for that tonight.
The refs immediately blow the whistle right before the play, and that is the end of the first quarter. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere for some more Cardinal action football. District 5A Championship, Upper Dublin up 7-0. And we are back into the second quarter. Upper Dublin with a Colin O'Sullivan to Logan Trim touchdown earlier on. Less than a minute left in the quarter, so Upper Dublin now up 7-0. The extra point was good from Owen Carl. Josh, what did we just see from that first quarter?
Well, what we saw is a confident Upper Dublin team. Upper Dublin defensively, offensively, so much good stuff moving into the second quarter.
And
You know, they're running that flex bone right now. That's something you'll see in colleges like Georgia Tech, Army. I mean, like I said, they'll try everything and anything to get this offense going.
Some wise words from our statistician freshman.
Good to have him on the crew tonight.
11:30 left in the second quarter if you're just joining us. And this is your quarterly reminder, real quick, just to hit that subscribe button to give you guys some more Cardinal sport action throughout the winter season and throughout today. And make sure to hit that follow button on Twitter at UD_broadcasting. We do have a man on the field filming and giving out live tweets in case you cannot make it into the stream later on in the game. Just make sure you hit those notifications and get live updates. Not sure why the scoreboard says it's 10-0. Did that field goal count earlier?
I believe they waved it off, but...
So the scoreboard right now says 10-0. Not sure whether it's a mistake or not. We'll get an update on that later. And we just got a word from Stephen Pinella, who's on the field doing live updates. He's right there with Owen Carl, and Owen Carl right next to him saying that did not count. Not sure why the board says 10-0. Second down coming up for the Golden Knights.
I'm sure they'll change the scoreboard sooner rather than later, but we'll take all the points we can get.
Let's play fair now. No controversy. 2nd and 7 for the Golden Knights. And Crispino was under center, pulling back. Long pass out, and that's Michael Bootman there to intercept it. Michael Bootman, 3rd interception on the season.
Wow, what a play there by Upper Dublin's defense. Crispino going downfield, had the man, grabbed it out of the air. Michael Bootman comes over the interception, and here comes the Cardinals.
Seen much of that over the season through Bootman and Wright. Two guys in the backfield who are have very quick eyes and know when to get involved. Upper Dublin now taking over at the 30.
He can do it on offense and defense. Micah Bootman having an absolutely great game as Upper Dublin's up 7-0 with the ball.
Can't beat that, and here comes the Cardinal offense to put more points on the board.
3rd interception of the season here. We're hearing it from Westchester. Rustin. Not a good play right there from Upper Dublin.
Yeah, really nothing going there for
Upper
the
Dublin
Cardinals.
brought back by 2 yards, 9:48 left. And for some reason, the scoreboard says 16-0.
You know,
That is just completely not true.
Not sure what's happening tonight, but it is 7-0 Upper Dublin. 9:36 remaining in this second quarter tonight.
Let me just correct, in case you guys think it's 16-0, it's actually 7-0. Just going to keep saying that until they update the score. And Upper Dublin, 2nd and 12. O'Sullivan leaning right, moving right, and there's a flag on the field, and it's too far for
I believe that'll be a holding there on the offense.
It'll be a 10-yard loss coming from Upper Dublin. And that was way too high for for Micah Bootman to even reach, as O'Sullivan felt the pressure and just had to get rid of it.
Yeah. So that was a holding on the play. So, of course, the yards are going to be taken by Bayard Rustin. And it's going to be interesting to see what Upper Dublin does here close to their goal line on 2nd and 12.
It remains 2nd and 12. It's actually 2nd and 22. They were brought back 10 yards, and Johnny Kohlbrenner makes the catch. Heading into 3rd down, no flag called.
A little bit of a floater pass there. Really, O'Sullivan just trying to find someone downfield, able to get to Kohlbrenner. Pick up a couple, not what Upper Dublin necessarily wanted there, but still we'll take the positive gain rather than no gain.
There's a late hit right there, but no call. 8:50 left in the second quarter. two wide receivers on the right, on the left, and Noah Lee on the right. And O'Sullivan pulls back and is immediately picked off by Westchester Rustin as he gets more in that one and is brought down at the 10.
Pass is picked off by number 12, Anthony Meadows of Westchester Rustin. Really, Upper Dublin there just aiming downfield. I believe it was Bootman, the intended receiver. A little too low on the throw, underthrown, and Meadows able to reel it in and get some positive gain on the play as well.
Meadows standing at 6'1", able to get height to pick that one off. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Golden Knights. Here's their first chance at a touchdown in the second quarter, 8:27 left.
Yeah, that really probably energized the Westchester offense, and here we go.
As Westchester's rolling right, able to stay on his feet, but is brought down. It's going to be, looks like it's going to be a holding against Westchester Rustin. Bayard Rustin.
Scoreboard is now updated. It's officially 7-0 here tonight with 8:19 remaining in the second quarter.
We'll keep you updated officially. The scoreboard won't.
And there was a late flag there holding on the Golden Knights, moving them back to around the 20-yard line, somewhere around there. Definitely not what they want. This is huge
25.
for Upper Dublin.
It's around the 25-yard line, just going back 10 yards from the line of scrimmage.
Upper Dublin defense really just trying to maintain their confidence here. We know they have it. We know it's in them. And of course, big stop here on this play could be the difference maker. First down, obviously, but
It'll be a difference maker for keeping a tight game.
absolutely.
Westchester Rustin coming in 4-1, very similar to Upper Dublin's 4-1, but they're 5-1 on the sheet because of last game, as Kennett had to forfeit due to coronavirus. And here's 1st and 24, Westchester Rustin, and the man finds an opening, and is that is a touchdown by Westchester Rustin, as Michael Wright immediately brought him out of bounds, attempting to get him before the goal line.
That touchdown by Deshaun Jacobs of Westchester Rustin. Rolling out to the left side, almost a tackle there by the Cardinals right by the goal line, but was able to cross the plane and get in the end zone. CJ?
You know, that's really just a beautiful run there, as we're about to see the extra point. See, what happened was the edge was sealed, and what sparked that play was a beautiful cutback to the right side that caused him to be able to get to the end zone.
It's going to be offsides, most likely, as there's a flag on the field issued by the ref. 7:54 left in the second quarter in the first half.
You know, we expected this to be a very tight game tonight, so it could be going back and forth here, as it is going to be offsides against Upper Dublin. Fake play here. Running is Westchester, able to get close, and he got it. 2-point conversion is successful for Westchester Rustin.
He's able just to get it in. That's going to be a 2-point conversion. So it's going to be 8-7. Westchester takes the lead. So Westchester takes the lead here after the unfortunate interception from O'Sullivan. But as we hear from the fans, we're still fired up and got to keep that momentum from the first quarter going.
Right, absolutely. It's all about building that confidence for Upper Dublin here. You know, you knew it was going to be a close game. You knew they were going to come back. And now it's all about stemming the tide of any run by Westchester Rustin. and turning the momentum back in Upper Dublin's favor. We got home field. Let's use it.
It's all about really getting the experience for the young guys to set the stage for the future, as Jake Rossman, Michael Bootman, and Johnny Colebrenner won't be there to necessarily lead the guys next year. And Colebrenner on the return, he finds an opening on the right side, and he's gonna keep going as he's brought out of bounds at the 45.
Johnny Colebrenner let the ball bounce, got the ball to run out to the right side, down the sideline. Great job there by Johnny Colebrenner and Upper Dublin, but we do have a flag on the play, awaiting a call from the officials.
I'm going to step in for Josh for a minute. He'll be right back. It's going to be holding, but still a really nice play there by one of the leaders of the team to energize the offense and energize the team as a whole.
Right, really great play there. It will back them up, but still, Johnny Colebrenner, obviously one of the leaders of this Upper Dublin team, and to do a run like that, never short of amazing.
Colebrenner coming back from that 40-yard return as they're brought back. Here's O'Sullivan almost giving it off to Noah Lee, and there's an immediate flag on the field. It's going to be a false start against the Cardinals, and they're brought back more. Very typical.
Very typical Upper Dublin night with the penalty calls on the field. We've seen it all season. I mean, it's high school football. You can't not expect it, but Upper Dublin just needs to clean it up a little bit here and keep going. We'll back them up, but still it is 1st and 15 for the Cardinals. Plenty of room to get something happening downfield.
Upper Dublin 2 years ago with, Lucas Frizzelli, Slivka, all those guys on the field. We had right around this time, the second quarter was the prime time of the game when they went up by 2 touchdowns before the end of the half. As Rossman is able to gain a little on that one, he maybe got 4 or 5 yards.
Right, when you think of Upper Dublin football history in the last couple of years, that game definitely stands out as being one of the best for the Cardinals. It was definitely a difference maker in that season. It allowed them to go really to a state bracket and deep into it for the first time pretty much in Upper Dublin history, am I correct?
Upper Dublin having a lot of history within, I believe in 2015, they also picked up a championship as 2nd and 6 on this play. O'Sullivan finds Noah Lee, and Noah Lee, quick short pass and able to complete that one.
Noah Lee continues to be fully involved in this Upper Dublin offense tonight. Really has been really great tonight.
You're seeing a little bit of bickering between the teams. Rossman, of course, got pushed down, and now a little bit of extracurriculars there, pushing Noah Lee out when he was clearly going out of bounds already.
Right, obviously there's some tensions between these two teams because of the history, and can't avoid it tonight. Don't want to see it, but of course it's unavoidable.
Huge play.
3rd and 9. Upper Dublin really, as O'Sullivan finds Rossman and is able to power through that one, just not enough for a first down. Most likely Owen Carl is going to come out for the next 4th down coming up.
Luckily for us, Owen Carl is one of the best out here on the field in terms of the punting unit. I'm sure he can get it. Let's hope for a 40, 50-yard kick. I don't know if that's possible. Let's go 40.
Owen Carl definitely
You get a good bounce here. He definitely could.
Owen Carl really able to power, as again CJ says, leg assist, very reliable on the punting side of the field, back in Hatboro Horsham against Hatboro Horsham, as Josh Silverti perfectly predicted that one. CJ?
Yeah, just a really good kick, really good bounce, and I think one thing that was very overrated is that the Upper Dublin punt defense wasn't overzealous in touching it. They let it go as far as possible.
Right, Owen Carl placing it exactly where he wanted to, right on the sideline, and not great field position tonight here for Westchester Rustin. Upper Dublin defense looking to get a big stop here.
I mean, from the last drive of the game, it wasn't so the position didn't matter from Bayard Rustin when they scored off of some big runs and plays. Hopefully that doesn't happen again as Upper Dublin's defensive line takes the field. And not much gain on that one as the running back's brought down. 5:24 left in the second quarter.
We do appreciate you joining tonight into our live stream, Upper Dublin Broadcasting and UD Media on our YouTube channel. We would appreciate you to subscribe to our channel for more updates. You are the reason why we are here tonight, bringing you these games. And also, please follow our Twitter account at Upper Dublin _broadcasting.
At UD_broadcasting. Just under 5 minutes left. 2nd and 8 for the Golden Knights. And it's a handoff off. Not much on that one. We saw the same celebration from Jake Gondek. You know it's good. And we're going to take an injury timeout. We'll be right back. And we're back from that injury timeout. And prayers up to Chris Ipriano, who was taken off the field. At least that's what it says on Max Preps on the roster for the Golden Knights. Nonetheless, we are back. The score is 8-7. Westchester Rustin up by 1. 4:20 left in the first half.
3rd and 2.
It's going to be
Westchester.
3rd down for as Crispino pulls back and he finds a man as he catches, reels it in, and puts a knee on the ground. It's going to be a 1st down.
Move the chains for Westchester. Really great throw. Probably the longest completion of the night for Crispino.
As CJ Ambrose put it, great deep ball skills on the far end.
I believe it was Flynn on the reception there for Westchester Rustin. Number 19, the senior.
Fresh 1st and 10 for the Golden Knights. And it's Jacobs on the play, and he's brought down by Upper Dublin. That's going to bring him back about 3 yards.
So what happened there? I believe that was a read option that was just a bad read by Cipriano. See, the defensive end, what the job of the quarterback to do is to read the defensive end. Defensive end bit, so Cipriano should have kept it and ran. Instead, he didn't, causing the play to be stopped.
Just correction, it's Crispino for all you guys watching at home. And it's going to be a timeout called by the Golden Knights. We'll be right back. Back from that quick timeout. 3:02 left in the first half. Westchester Rustin up by 1. They did do a 2-point conversion earlier on. 14 yards on this play to go. And here are the Golden Knights moving down on left field. There's a flag, and he does find an open lane on the left side. And that's Deshaun Jacobs Jr. on that play.
Upper Dublin there, tried to get to the runner, but broken tackle, was able to get through the tackle, get more yards downfield, and I believe that tackle was the cause of the penalty.
And that was one of the weirdest plays I think I've ever seen on defense. He accidentally blocked for the offense. It was a chip block by the defender.
It'll be 2nd down. They call it a chop block against Upper Dublin. 2nd down.
It's going to be 3rd.
That was a good call by the refs. The fans getting a little rowdy. I understand it's a defender making a block, but that's what happened.
Now the Golden Knights brought with in the red zone. And here are the Golden Knights moving right, trying and gets 5 yards in on that play. Fans are not liking this one from Upper Dublin. That was Jacob Bate on that play, standing at 5'8".
You know, that right there, that was maybe a missed call by the refs. It looked like a holding a potential illegal hand to the face, and the fans are letting them know about it.
Some passionate fans here tonight. Cardinal Stadium as always. 2:11 remaining in this first half.
And here's Crispino, who decides to take it for himself, brought out of bounds. Under 2 minutes to play, reaching the 2-minute mark in the first half. Score remains 8-7. A possible look at another play from another score from the Golden Knights.
The Westchester Golden Knights have really dominated time of possession here throughout the second part of the first quarter, and pretty much throughout the majority of the second quarter as well. So that's something to note moving into the second half. Upper Dublin needs to get some more possessions on the field, and that will all start with the fact that Upper Dublin gets the ball to start the second half.
You know, a weird situation here. The ref is not looking at the play. There we go, finally.
Third and 8.
I believe he's angry with the fans.
There is a certain standard you have to hold as an observer of the game. 3rd and 8, quite possibly the biggest play in the first half. It's going to be 3rd and 2, excuse me. Did not update the board. And that was Anthony Meadow on that play. See whether he got it or not. Yeah, I don't think he got it. It's going to be 4th down, and there's a flag on the field.
Closer if you're talking. And Coach Dover and the fans are very vocal as a flag was thrown by the ref. This is, I mean, of course there's rules they have to uphold, but I'm trying not to be biased here, but there has been a little bit of icky officiating.
A lot of controversy going around Upper Dublin. This is not very common coming from UD fans.
Right, especially here in Upper Dublin. This is a little bit different, but it's a playoff atmosphere tonight.
So it's going to be 4th down for the Golden Knights. Be curious to see whether they take it or not. 1:38 left in the first half, and just what we love to hear from the fans in UD. We have not heard a chant yet so far in this season. That's the playoff atmosphere we love. And
looks like
did Upper Dublin stop that one?
They better not give that to him,
awaiting the call.
There's a QB sneak on that one.
Chain gang.
They're going to measure it. Oh, my God.
This is going to be a very tough one. This will determine the reaction out of the fans.
It's going to be extremely close. I feel that he may have got it by maybe an inch.
They're bringing out the chain gang to measure it. Let's see if they get it. This is going to be a very controversial call.
It's going to be Upper Dublin ball! Turnover coming from the Golden Knights. Upper Dublin able to stop that play.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of 2018 with the goal line stand of Upper Dublin. This could completely flip the script if Upper Dublin scores at the end of a half, getting the ball to start the second.
1:30 left in this first half, and it would be very interesting to see how this drive goes.
Right now, you've got plenty of time. It's about getting downfield, putting some points on the board, and then guess what? Upper Dublin gets the ball back. The start the second half of this game. It could be a really good double punch here for the Cardinals.
I immediately knew it was Upper Dublin ball as soon as I saw Jake Gondek doing his celebration, punching the air. And O'Sullivan passed it off to Johnny Colbrenner. Johnny Colbrenner trying to move left and right, make some crossover moves, I guess you'd say, trying to juke him.
Yeah, really, Johnny Colbrenner
Not able to get much on that one.
Garbage in the gold on the play, but not able to get anything done.
Upper Dublin tried to seal the block on the edge there, give him the outside, but the defensive end, actually, sorry, that was a linebacker, made a really nice play there to rip off and disengage on the block to completely stuff the play right around the line. Clock is going down to 55 seconds. A first down does stop the clock, though.
Yes, it does. We're looking forward to that. Let's see what the Cardinals can do. It's in the hands of O'Sullivan.
O'Sullivan finds Rossman. Rossman breaks the D somewhat and is able to get just about 5 yards on that one.
Really there, just Upper Dublin, just trying to follow the man in front of them, trying to get through that defense right there. Able to pick up a couple, take a gain, and with a signal on the field. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back.
And we are back from that quick timeout taken by UD. 36 seconds left in the first half. I was going to say first quarter. Upper Dublin trailing just by 1. Both teams having a touchdown. And as CJ Ambrose predicts, Bootman and Colbrenner need to be caught deep to really reel it in for a touchdown, or at least make the biggest plays they can.
Cardinals, right, absolutely. And here they come.
As O'Sullivan hands it off to Rossman. Rossman able to stay on his feet and is brought down. Running clock, just 25 seconds left.
Really huge block there by Westchester Rustin. Big tackle as well. Able to take him down right away.
At this point in the game 2 years ago, Upper Dublin was up 21-7 after a Roselli run and a 39-yard pass from Slivka to Zlotnikov. Not sure if you guys remember that one for those listening on the Upper Dublin side. But this year, that is the end of the half. But this year, it's taking place about a week earlier than normal. It was November 23rd of 2018. But that'll do it for the first half. Upper Dublin trailing by 1. We'll see what happens in the second, Josh.
Right, absolutely. Upper Dublin, a tough fought first half of this game. Both teams exchanging the touchdown. Westchester Rustin able to punch it in with the 2-point conversion. That'll do it for the first half. We'll be right back in approximately 15 minutes for the second half of Flying Cardinal football action here on Upper Dublin Broadcasting.
He's not in the exclusive.
We're back in the Cardinals Stadium, just about to get underway for the second half. The score is 8-7. Upper Dublin trailing by 1. Coming in from the first quarter touchdown from O'Sullivan to Logan Trim. Now we just got an update that Colin O'Sullivan has 103 passing yards on the night. That's just outstanding based off of what his performances in the just throughout the season.
Right, that's sensational for Colin O'Sullivan tonight on the field. Obviously, throughout the season, he's been wanting to throw downfield more. He's been wanting to get those passing yards. Tonight, his work has paid off, and he is definitely on fire with the passing game tonight.
You know, you have to think about the key moments of this game. Obviously, the missed field goal, that's 3 points off the board, and the 2-point conversion, fake extra point for Bayard Rustin. Those are the key moments. That's a 5-point swing right there that Upper Dublin could be leading.
Now, just a note for those watching at home, if the quality seems low, make sure to hit that settings icon and make the pixelation a little higher. So you want to put it at 720p in case you guys don't see so well. Nonetheless, just to get started with the third quarter, Upper Dublin to receive the ball.
Once again, we do appreciate you joining in with us tonight here on UD Media and YouTube and Upper Dublin Broadcasting.
Now, O'Sullivan obviously surpassed his average of 68 yards passing per game, and only in the first half.
Crazy.
And there's Colbrenner in the back to receive as he's going to start the run, and he's brought nearly out of bounds at the 27.
Colbrenner able to gain a couple out to the right side, able to do a few side steps right around the 15-yard line and make his way down to around 25, 27-yard line. Good job there by Johnny Colbrenner. And here comes the Upper Dublin offense.
So here comes the offense. They were firing all cylinders in the first drive, but since then they've been stagnant.
Here's 1st and 10 coming for Upper Dublin. Rossman right by O'Sullivan's side, and he decides to give it off to Colbrenner once again. And Colbrenner on the run, able to stay on his feet, almost got it in for a first down. He got about 8 or 9 on that one.
Really good job there by Colbrenner, able to break a tackle, get a couple yards on the sideline before stepping out of bounds, being pushed out of bounds really. Upper Dublin just looking here to come out aggressive out of the half. Keep building that confidence, that motivation, and with these first couple plays we've seen on the field, seems like they've done so.
Motivation most likely coming from Slivka, Heim, and Jameson, the UD alum who won back in 2018, who are on the field. Upper Dublin really taking a faster pace as we see 15 seconds into the second half.
And we're happy to see those UD alum tonight.
O'Sullivan decides to take it for himself, and he just gets it in for a first down on that QB sneak.
You know what that proves? They are confident in O'Sullivan's leg, which of course he injured. They think he's 100% if they're willing to run with him like that. That's very good to see.
And you know, they had 2 weeks to prepare, considering that the last game was canceled against Kennett, and O'Sullivan's back better than ever.
Right, and just to remind you, to make it here tonight, Westchester Bayard Rustin had to face Wissahickon in the first round of these District 5A playoffs, District 1.
Wissahickon really had a weird defense formation in the second half, slipping up that game. O'Sullivan on first down, almost picked off. Thankfully, it didn't.
Close call there on the play. Really, it was a 50-50 ball. Fortunately for the Cardinals, incomplete.
Sullivan got hit after the play, looking a little jarred as he's holding his chest. And yeah, into the game goes Nick Rodriguez. This is, of course, not very encouraging to see for Upper Dublin.
Nick Rodriguez actually had an amazing game last game. Despite the first interception, he was able to power through for a 42-0. I believe it's actually 26-0 as Jacob Rossman finds an opening, gets the first down. Don't ever say anything.
I'm not trying to say anything.
As CJ said, yeah, it's not very encouraging how Colin O'Sullivan came off the field hoping that he's good as he does sub back in.
We're hoping he's okay. Confident in him. He's been absolutely sensational tonight, and we are going to keep you updated on that. We'll have a timeout by the Cardinals calling the field.
By Bayard Rustin.
By Rustin.
And we'll be right back. And we are back from that quick timeout. In the event that Nick Rodriguez has to come in, we are very confident in our backup. As he gave us that last win versus Hatboro Horsham. And O'Sullivan is back on the field.
And Nick Rodriguez has been pretty consistent over the last few years, and we look for all he can bring on the field tonight to help out this team.
61% completion from Nick Rodriguez, so very confident if he does have to come in, but thankfully O'Sullivan is back in as he does complete the pass to Colebrenner, and Colebrenner's still on his feet. Colebrenner, did he get the first down? And he did. Upper Dublin really able to pick up the pace coming in from the second quarter into the third.
Move the chains, Josh. Upper Dublin has their motivation back. Their confidence is better than ever, and we're moving down the field. CJ?
Yeah, no, very encouraging to see Johnny Colebrenner running through contact. We saw him do it earlier in the drive, and he's doing it again. He's been a workhorse for his entire career. He's trying to pull out another district championship for Upper Dublin.
Johnny Colebrenner has been a huge part of this Upper Dublin offense the last few years.
Another handoff to Micah Bootman, and Micah Bootman is able to really accelerate down the field as he's stopped by a whole huddle of people, bringing him down. Micah Bootman.
Pretty much the whole Westchester team trying to get him down. Great run there by Bootman, pushed out to the right side. Good gain there by the Cardinals.
I love that play. Play action, you get the entire defense, and instead of passing, you go with an end around to one of your most explosive players.
It's the exact play that they used last game for Johnny Colebrenner to get that touchdown, kind of sealed the deal against the Hatters. First and 10, fresh play here, and it is Logan Trim who makes the catch. O'Sullivan is just absolutely killing it on the passing end.
Absolutely, he has been stellar, dominant tonight on the field. Really just sharp passes, confident, short passes at times, but they're right on the money, they're right on target. Great job tonight by Colin O'Sullivan.
You know what I think? The best thing that Brett Stover's done with Colin O'Sullivan is that he is giving him easy throws and putting him in a position to succeed. We saw in the loss of Satterton, all he was really doing was going for deep shots. He is playing to the short passing and consistent strength of O'Sullivan.
Here's O'Sullivan, fires and finds Michael Wright as he made use of that end around.
Right, O'Sullivan is playing to what the game gives him. The game's giving him short yardage to the right side or to the left side of the field. He's going to use it. He's going to pick up the yards. That's what the defense gives him. That's what O'Sullivan will take.
It's going to be 2nd and 7. Just a short pass on that play. 8:30 left in the third quarter. Upper Dublin had a greater opportunity to score in this third quarter of play.
Just keeping you posted, is 8-7 to score. Upper Dublin with the Noah Lee touchdown. Westchester Rustin with a touchdown, and then a 2-point conversion on the failed extra point.
O'Sullivan immediately gives it off to Rossman as Rossman swung around and brought down.
And right there, that was a very scary play. That was a very scary play right there. It looked like O'Sullivan was going to keep it and get sacked, but no, he gave it off to Rossman for a nice little carry.
Now 7:33 left. It'll be 3rd and 6. Full back to the left side of Colin O'Sullivan. We have 2 wide receivers to the right, and O'Sullivan almost made use of it, as that is Noah Lee who slipped up on that one. Just as soon as he hit the ground, the ball just flew up out of his hands.
Right, Noah Lee able to reel it in, but once contact was made right on the sideline, lost a little bit of control, bounced up. Fortunately for the Cardinals, no interception there, as there were a few Westchester Rustin defenders around him. Incomplete is the call on the field.
They're going for it here on 4th down, keeping the offense on the field, being aggressive.
It's going to be 4th and 6, and looks like Upper Dublin's going to go for it.
Could be the play of the game, Josh.
Play of the half, play of the game, you call it. O'Sullivan pulls back, and he fires, and he finds Michael Bootman straight down the middle, in for the 1st down. Upper Dublin now had a chance to score right by the end zone.
Micah Bootman coming up large when you need him the most. O'Sullivan patient in the pocket, plenty of time. Right downfield, right down the middle, perfect pass, perfect catch. Micah Bootman, let's move the chains.
That was one of the smoothest plays I've seen this season.
You know, one thing that goes unnoticed there, but that was incredible run blocking there by Jake Rossman. Incredible blocking by the running back Rossman, keeping that play alive. Great play by the O-line to give him the chance to make the play.
Well said.
And looks like it'll be an Upper Dublin timeout. We will take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Back from that quick timeout, Upper Dublin 1st and 10 off of that huge and very smooth play from O'Sullivan straight down the lane, caught by Micah Bootman. Now, O'Sullivan having a very similar game to Slivka as he did 2 years ago, coming into the half with 100 yards. Slivka finished with 231. Slivka fires, finds Bootman once again. Pass is complete. Excuse me, that was O'Sullivan. He's getting confused talking about Slivka, but that is O'Sullivan.
A lot of parallels between this game and 2 years ago.
But very similar stats, as I would say.
Right, either way, we got a good quarterback on our side, and we'll take everything.
Yeah, and only a sophomore, too. That's a lot of time for him to progress as we enter 2nd and goal.
He came back more than well, better than ever, from his former team after going down. Here's O'Sullivan once again, lobs it up. That was a very sloppy play, but there is a flag on the field.
That looks like it's going to be defensive pass interference, making it 1st and goal on the 1-yard line.
Awaiting the official call. Defensive holding, it was called on the Golden Knights.
Now Upper Dublin really has to keep this same energy throughout the game, assuming they make use of this play. Now Bootman is currently not on the field. It looks like they're going to run in for the touchdown. Quarterback under center.
No wide receivers here, very exotic formation.
Upper Dublin.
O'Sullivan under center, and it looks like Rossman's going to try to haul it in. And what's the call? Waiting.
Come on.
Rossman doesn't look too confident coming out of that one. And as you just heard there from the announcer, just short of the goal line. 5:40 left to go in the third quarter. Upper Dublin just inches away from a second touchdown.
Josh, this is a historic moment in Upper Dublin sports right here. This play.
Third down. O'Sullivan under center once again. Here's Rossman
He's
bringing it in
He's
for the touchdown. Rossman. Is it confirmed? And it's confirmed. Rossman got the score, and it is good. Cardinals now up 13-8, and now they're going to bring out Owen Carl to put us up one more.
Great job there by the Cardinals. Jake Rossman able to punch it in. Short run, got in there. Great job, and here's the kick.
And now 18 for 19. And now, excuse me, that is 20 for 21 on the season for Owen Carl. His first missed field goal coming on from earlier tonight, but this time it matters more than ever. Actually, that was a field goal. This was an extra point. However, now the extra 1 point is good. 5:25 left in the third quarter. Just your quarterly reminder to hit that subscribe button on UD Media for the YouTube channel and for live updates and videos coming from the field covered by Stephen Pinella. Make sure to follow at UD_broadcasting on our Twitter page at UD_broadcasting.
We do thank you for all your support throughout this season, of course tonight as well. All 300 and some number of you. We appreciate every single one of you throughout this season.
And you know, the craziest part about that play, there was no wide receivers there. They knew that Upper Dublin was going to run, and Upper Dublin still punched it in.
Great play by the Cardinals. Westchester knew what was coming, but Upper Dublin still punched it in.
As my favorite team in NBA, Miami Heat, like to call this time crunch time. Primetime minutes here.
That's absolutely right.
And that's Owen Carl's powerful foot moving receiving at the 10-yard line. And here the Golden Knights on the run as he does escape the defense and moves around to the left side of the field, getting about 30 yards on that one, but there is a flag. Fans are saying it's going against the Golden Knights.
Yeah, there's a flag on the field. We're hoping for something here. The fans a little bit rowdy, but that's the passion of playoff football.
We love our passionate fans.
So it is holding on the Golden Knights. They knew it before the flag was even, before the refs even said it. They were walking back. Very lucky break for UD.
So instead of starting at the 30, they're going to be brought back. 5:15 left in the third quarter.
Upper Dublin just needs to maintain their confidence here. Obviously, they're up 14 now, 14-8. They have the lead. Just keep that confidence, keep that fight. It's not over yet.
And Crispino hands it off. Not much on that play. Now I'm just going to give you fans a little update after the Montgomery County Board of Officials did release an update as far as school and sports goes. November 23rd is the cutoff for really all activity due to coronavirus. So what's going to happen is if whoever advances this game will move on to the state round one. So in comparison, Upper Dublin faced off against Mannheim after they won the district championship. So in comparison, if that were to happen for Upper Dublin, that is the only game they'd play in the last game because there will be no state championship. Here are the Golden Knights on the run, able to get first down and more.
Golden Knights just able to roll it out to the right side. That's interesting you note about that new playoff format, Josh. Really, I mean, this year has been interesting. It continues going on next. So still, we're so proud of all our seniors and all our players on this Upper Dublin team.
Especially when it comes to locker rooms, you know, you don't have that normal feel of a normal game where during halftime and before in pregame where the guys come out of the locker room, you know, with the homecoming sign running through it. Things are just much different. And, you know, with the coin toss, only one ref, one captain, one coach per team. as opposed to 4 captains. Here we go with first down coming from the Golden Knights. It's going to be flexbone formation, and here are the Golden Knights on the play. Not much on that one.
Flynn on the carry there, and yeah, 2020 just continues to amaze us. But who cares? We have a chance to make it to states as we are up by 6 with only 4:10 left in the third. We can hold and get another touchdown. That'll put it on ice.
Right, absolutely. I mean, we don't mean to get over eager, over anxious here, but a district championship is incredible in itself.
And we know from years past, 3:52 left in the third quarter. Scores now 14-8, coming from that touchdown by Rossman earlier. And looks like the Knights are going to hand it off once again. Upper Dublin is up, just to clarify. And we're going to come on upon 3rd and 5.
Bayard Rustin really just trying to get some short yardage here on the play. I mean, every time they're trying to get something every single play, keep building that yards, building that confidence, getting their offense restarted, because ever since the half, they've been a little bit stagnant on the offensive end.
Crispino, we really expected him to really throw some great deep balls, but Upper Dublin's defense really making up for that. Speaking of deep balls, here's Crispino, and it goes in and out of the Golden Knights' hand. Kind of bobbled it up in the air. Thanks to Upper Dublin's defense, I see Noah Lee and Michael Wright out there. Noah Lee, let me just say, on defense and offense, he has 34 yards, you know, as a junior, and standing at the height he is at. You don't really see much, but from him, from anyone in that height range, but from him, he's been making a huge impact, especially from the first half and on the defensive end.
Absolutely. He's almost our secret weapon here tonight, and that is amazing for the Cardinals to have.
And that is going to be a punt down to 40-yard line, and it keeps going. Stops right at the 23. 2:45 left, 14-8 score remains. Upper Dublin is up in the District 5A championship if you're just joining us.
Upper Dublin just looking to remain confident here. It would be great to get some more points on the board, but really the importance is just get downfield, use some of the clock that we have, and then bring it into the fourth quarter strong and confident.
You know, I think the X factor of this game overall has been Crispino not being able to pass. The biggest weapon going into this game that this opposing team, the Golden Knights, had was their passing offense. They've not been able to pass. That's why they only have 8 points.
Absolutely. Westchester is known for their passing game, and Upper Dublin shut that down.
Laser fire down to Johnny Kolbrenner, and that is caught. Johnny Kolbrenner making a huge play right there, immediately on the drive.
Oh, yeah. Johnny Kolbrenner, Mr. November.
You know, the biggest knock on Kolbrenner's been his height. He shows there that even with his small stature, he can make very big plays.
Kolbrenner, longest receptions, 56 yards. Glad to see him making those kind of plays on the other end of the field, not just as a running back. Has 11.2 yards per game on the receiving end. That is definitely well over that from that play.
Absolutely. Johnny Kolbrenner, great tonight, and we need him.
Looks like it's going to be false start against Upper Dublin. UD is brought back by 5 yards on that penalty.
Just a scoreboard update, 14-8 with 2:13 remaining in this third quarter tonight. Playoff atmosphere tonight has been electric here at Cardinal Stadium. Upper Dublin, here's O'Sullivan, pass out, and it will
Very
go
grateful for
incomplete.
that one. It was almost picked off.
Right, almost picked off there on the play. Fortunate for the Cardinals, just an incompletion, but it was a good look there by O'Sullivan. A little bit rushed in my opinion, but still, we'll take what we can get.
And the wind here in Upper Dublin, as the temperature drops into the 40s, is starting to come in. The smoke coming from our breath. It's definitely getting cold here.
In other news, 1:52 left. Upper Dublin, 2nd and 15. O'Sullivan got to be patient with this one as he decides to take it for himself. Finds an opening and more. Gets about 7 yards in. It'll be 3rd and 3. We'll get a confirmation on that.
Breaking out the QB keeper tonight for O'Sullivan. He's feeling great. His legs feeling great, nice and confident. Not just in the passing game, but also in his own running and scrambling abilities downfield. Great job in all aspects tonight by Colin O'Sullivan.
So it's going to be 3rd and 4, 1:24 left. Clock is ticking. Upper Dublin had another opportunity with the energy they've maintained throughout this 3rd quarter. Rossman by his left side fires deep into the right field, and it is Michael Bootman who catches it. Wow! Bootman making a huge play on that one. Torching the defender.
You know, that's probably we've been saying it. Great blocking there by Rustin. That might be the best pass I've seen this entire season by O'Sullivan. That was absolutely perfect. The arc, everything about it, an incredible play for UD.
And that has definitely broken the 51-yard reception and catch from O'Sullivan to Bootman as they did prior to this. So that is definitely about 60-yard in that range.
Absolutely. Both of these players on fire tonight. There is no stopping O'Sullivan and Bootman as Upper Dublin sitting right around their 20-yard line. Put more points on the board, Josh.
You know, right there, Bootman, that was the defining play of probably his career, especially with the high stakes of this game. And considering that this could be his last game in Upper Dublin, that was definitely a banger.
It's a great way to finish it, but let's hope that's not the end. Upper Dublin still with plenty of time. 45 seconds remaining here in this first quarter of the second half, the 3rd quarter. Let's see what we can do.
1st and 8. Here's Upper Dublin on the run. That is Rossman trying to use his strength to jump over that huddle of people.
You know, I love the play calling today, but that right there, you're trying to get 8 yards. And why is there no receiver on the play? They know you're going to run it. I just don't understand the play.
Upper Dublin planning right now and just running out the clock and sending it into the 4th quarter right at their red zone of Rustin. We'll be right back with more 4th quarter action in just a few minutes.
We're hearing it from the fans. That's the energy. We'll be back.
That was really exciting.
Welcome back. We are in the 4th quarter, last quarter of play to really decide it all for Upper Dublin. Go big or go home. Score is now 14-8 off of that huge play from O'Sullivan to Bootman, well over 60-yard pass.
Incredible pass.
55.
Defining moment of probably Michael Bootman's career, certainly this game. And this has the opportunity to put Upper Dublin in a really great position in this district championship.
And
They were going in a sort of wingbone formation there on the goal line. Timeout taken.
we'll be right back once again. And we're back from that quick timeout. The clock didn't even start as we went immediately into timeout. Coming back from the one prior. 14-8, Upper Dublin in goal line range. 8 yards to go. And
they're in the wingbone formation. They're switching out of it. Gonna motion out the defense.
And here we go with the play. Johnny Colbrenner switching up to the right side. Sullivan pulls back, and he found Bootman. There's a flag on the play.
Upper Dublin there.
Last time they ran that play.
A flag on the defense according to our CJ Ambrose. Looks like it will be encroachment will be the call from the officials. As Upper Dublin will get a couple yards.
So it would be offsides and the play would continue, but because he touched the offensive lineman, the play has to be stopped and called encroachment. Kevin, that's right.
That will put Upper Dublin at the 3-yard line.
This is going to seal the deal for Upper Dublin.
It's time.
Although there's a bunch of time left, 12 minutes, it'll really give Upper Dublin a huge advantage. And we're just hearing a lot of laughter coming from the fans. Refs heading into the field. Oh. Stover using his passionate words to bring players on the field. And this is probably the longest I've ever waited for a play.
Yeah, there's definitely been a lot of time between these two plays here right now, but
still extending the transition from the third to fourth quarter, basically.
We still haven't seen a play in the fourth yet. Still 12 minutes as it's 2nd and goal on the 4.
We're seeing a couple timeouts and 2 penalty calls.
Here's Upper Dublin. And it looks like Upper Dublin's going to reel it in. Did they? No, they're short, very short.
Wasn't enough time.
That was Colbrenner, a huge mix-up there of players.
Looks like he could have gained maybe 1 or maybe 2 at most on the play. Probably gain a 1, I would assume, if not any. With Johnny Colbrenner just trying to run it in. Upper Dublin just be strong here, be resilient. You're 2 yards at most from the goal line. You know you can do it. Get it in there.
3rd and 2 to go. In between Upper Dublin and the goal line. Here's O'Sullivan. Hands it off to Bootman. And Bootman moves into the left side of the field and gets it in for another touchdown. Micah Bootman.
Wow.
Bringing Upper Dublin to a 28-8 lead. Now he is just having a career game tonight.
Micah Bootman, Colin O'Sullivan, and our Upper Dublin Cardinals. What a performance tonight. Since the second half began, it's been a turn of events here on the field. We are so happy for the Cardinals. 20-8 is our score.
Now, what I'm really curious is to know what they did in halftime, what kind of speech Stover gave to get this energy, this flow going, and the passion in the game, intensity. I'm pretty sure I just saw a shooting star. Don't see that. 11:13 left in the fourth quarter. 20-8 Upper Dublin. Are they going for 2?
We're going for 2.
They're going for 2.
Coach Stover pulling out all the stops tonight.
He's trying to put the dagger in this one. If they go up by 2, that would make it a 22-8 game, and that would be 3 touchdowns for them to overcome.
2 to tie the game, 3 to take the lead. But
2 to tie the game. Sorry,
plenty of time. 11 minutes. You never know. Upper Dublin took a 21-7 lead heading into half against Westchester Rustin in 2018, and they brought it a close one. It ended up being a 35-28 game. Upper Dublin really clutched up towards the end. Of course, with the Philly special, saw plenty of exotic plays that we never thought Stover would pull off. But you never know. Upper Dublin 20-8, 11-13 left in the fourth quarter. O'Sullivan, it's going to shotgun formation as CJ Ambrose puts it. O'Sullivan in the left side, and it looks like Micah Bootman snatches it out of the air, shaking his head, calling it too easy. Micah Bootman, oh my, I cannot say his name enough.
He is unstoppable tonight. Wow.
It's too easy.
What a way to just put your mark on a game. In football, you usually don't see wide receivers put the game in their own hands. He's doing that tonight. It's incredible.
A career game tonight, and it does not stop from the senior.
Micah Bootman has had an incredible career here at Upper Dublin with football. Everything, offense, defense. He has been incredible on all sides of the ball, and that has culminated tonight with an incredible performance. And we love to see it, Josh.
Love to see it. And looks like it's once again 11-13 left, 22-8 Upper Dublin pulls ahead by 2 more as we see Owen Carl take the field.
It's DEFCON 1 here for Westchester. They need a score, and they need it quick.
Absolutely. Time is of the essence here for Westchester Rustin. Here's the kickoff. Let's do it.
Like that, time of the essence. And it looks like the ball will be right at the 38. Here to start off 1st and 10 for the Golden Knights. 11:06 in the fourth quarter.
Do appreciate you tuning in once again tonight to our broadcast. We appreciate everything that you do for us, support and your viewership. Once again, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, UD Media on YouTube, and UD_broadcasting on Twitter.
Upper Dublin making history once again, and is not over. 11 minutes to go.
This game started out with Noah Lee being our secret weapon for the Cardinals, has evolved into Micah Bootman. Crispino is known for being pass-first quarterback, obviously, for Westchester, but tonight we haven't seen much of that. We've seen a couple downfield passes, but really for Crispino, it's been nothing going tonight.
Now, I do want to give a huge shout out to Brian Mermelstein, who's listening in today, who really set up this. He's basically the reason why this club kept going for us to provide you coverage of this game. Shout out to you. 2nd and 7, and there's a flag on the field. You know, Brian, he was the former president 2 years ago covering the game for the 5A championship. And here we are 2 years later getting much flashbacks, which is why I am praising what he's done.
Right, he's doing an incredible job down at Temple University. Great job by Brian Mermelstein.
Much luck to you. 10:24 left. And another shout out to Josh Portney, whose brother is on camera, Brian Portney, who is also president of this club. And here we are, 2nd and 12, and it is caught by the Golden Knights, and Bootman, what power. Oh, he's just staring him down.
Yeah.
You see that dead look?
Bootman knows.
Bootman, he knows.
He knows.
Exactly as you put it. Yeah. And much luck to you, Josh Portney, over at Penn State.
Some of our former broadcasters, great members of the Upper Dublin Broadcasting Club. We appreciate all of your service back a few years ago, and we appreciate you tuning in tonight.
9:52 left. It's going to be, yeah, that was pretty obvious. It's roughing the passer coming from Micah Bootman. And Bootman just waved it off to the ref. You know, he said whatever, gave that little wave. But you can't make selfish plays like that. You know, you can't put the game on the line and bring the opponent forward and giving them an advantage like that.
Yeah, no, just a careless play. And while they're shouting out graduates. I'd like to give a shout out to Josh Shiliberti and Asaraf, both of which are calling the game. 2 seniors in their final home game at Upper Dublin for football, doing a great job.
Much appreciation.
Much appreciated.
Here we go. Fans are rumbling the bleachers. 1st and 10. And Crispino forward pass, and it's going nowhere.
Yeah, that's got nothing. Pretty
Not
much
even
airmail.
close.
Westchester right now pretty much is looking for any hope in this game. I don't want to say it would take a miracle because there's tons of time left with 9 minutes and 25 seconds left in this game, but Westchester needs to score. That's pretty clear.
And handoff, lateral pass, and there's Michael Wright sliding in at the ankles, taking his man out.
Michael Wright making himself known in this game. Didn't see him a little bit earlier, but now making his name known. Great play there by Michael Wright to take down Westchester and force a 3rd down. 3rd and long.
3rd and 10 here. Big play. Of course, they're going to go for it on 4th down, but you want to set up a 4th and long here.
Yeah, it's absolutely 4th down territory for Westchester. 4th and long would be great. Right now, 3rd and 10.
Looking to pass. It's an airmail. So 4th and 10.
Upper Dublin keeping it strong on the defensive end tonight. Relentless. They know they are 8 minutes away from a district championship, and they're not willing to back down.
Upper Dublin here. Huge play. Let's see what Stover calls. He's going into his own little zone.
You got Noah Lee hyping up the crowd.
You love to see it.
Crowd is roaring.
Must feel great. And it'll be a timeout by Bayard Rustin.
The play clock was running out. I think they were all so stressed out that the play clock almost ran out on the play as they are forced to call a timeout, not what they want.
Upper Dublin, just to remind you, is out of timeouts in this game, so every timeout will be called by Bayard Rustin for the remainder. And I think they're running low as well.
We'll be right back.
Fourth and long, 8:37 left. Biggest play of the game.
We keep saying that, but you know, every play is a big game. Every play is a big play. As there's a flag on the field, Crispino pulling out. He continues to play. Another flag from a ref, and as CJ puts it, it's from defense.
The free play there on the field, really, you had the flag, so why not go for something downfield? Nothing going there for Westchester, but
Huge show out from the fans, let me just mention. You know, although a lot of COVID restrictions, we're glad to see the Bird Gang show up. And here you go, CJ.
So the flags are actually on Bayard Rustin, meaning that it's Upper Dublin's football.
Love to see it. Waiting for some movement on the field, but it looks like here comes Colin O'Sullivan and the Upper Dublin offense, and they will take over for closing time here tonight.
Still in the 8-minute range, 8:30 left. Score 22-8 if you're just joining us. crunch time, prime time minutes here in the fourth quarter. And here's O'Sullivan. He's going to run it for himself, and he only gets a couple yards in as he slides towards the bottom.
As I always say, one of my favorite slogans is always be closing. It's really a sales pitch, but it applies to school, it applies to athletics, and it certainly applies here tonight. Upper Dublin looking to be closing on this game, finish strong, and finish motivated into the state playoffs.
You know, that's going to be a very underrated play in the game. O'Sullivan could have gone out of bounds to stop the clock, but instead he dove down to the ground, keeping the clock rolling.
High IQ, you know, he picks it up from our former quarterback, Mike Slifko, who's now at Colgate University. Here's 2nd and 8. O'Sullivan fires, finds a man, and is brought down. And it looks like that is to Nadir Johnson, Sr., who's getting some action in this game. He did have a touchdown, if you remember, against Council Rock North in that day game. And then I do remember last year, Nadir Johnson, we were losing by a lot against, I believe it was Penn Charter, and then straight out of nowhere, he gives us our first score of the game, giving some little excitement.
Right, Nadir is definitely a big part of this Upper Dublin team.
Whether it's being on the field or off, he hypes up the team whenever they need it. And it looks like Upper Dublin got some more on that one. That's Johnny Colbrenner. And that brings Upper Dublin to fresh 1st and 10.
Move the chains. 6:58 running clock going on right here at Cardinal Stadium. 22-8 is your score. Upper Dublin looking to close it out strong. And guess what, Josh? Something about a district championship.
Upper Dublin coming in first seed into this game, and hopefully first place as well. And, you know, to quote Mark Zumoff, they have really turned garbage into gold, transitioning from the first to the second half. And it looks like Rustin still staying on his feet. Oh my, what are we seeing right here as the offensive line is keeping? What did we just see here? Much like the Browns, I've seen it before. That is team effort.
That's 11 on 11, tug of war right there. That's beautiful football.
Straight up physics.
You know,
More force on the right side, as we've seen right there. I don't even take physics, but I can tell you that's what we just saw.
you know, our grandfathers would have loved to see that play. That's some classic football right there. John Madden style.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Makes the dream work. That's right, Josh. It's called hustle. It's called effort. We love to see it.
And here's Colt Brenner on the play. Not getting much on that. Brought down about a yard and a half on that.
That play was incredible.
As you hear in the background, incredible play by the Cardinals on that last one. A small gain on this play compared to the excitement of the last one. But right now, 5:30, clock is running. Upper Dublin hoping to take as much time as possible. And we are looking good here tonight at Upper Dublin Cardinal Stadium.
5:14 left in the game, 22-8. The score remains Upper Dublin, 2nd and 9. And here's Michael Wright on the carry as he's trying to get any acceleration off that.
You know, very impressive.
Very little.
I thought you were done. Very impressive to get back to the line there by Wright. Running through some arm tackles, not going to bring him down.
Absolutely not. No one's going to bring down the Cardinals as a whole tonight. They're feeling it.
Literally, you saw that run.
Nothing stopping them. 4:38 running clock. Cardinals break the huddle.
Now, everyone was on the edge of their seats, 2 years ago when the Golden Knights had it at the 1-inch line and they got to stop. Here's far, it's not caught, far end pass intended for Micah Bootman. That would have been another great play.
That would have been incredible. It was a little bit overthrown to the right side. Bootman tried diving down to get it, but still, Still good offense there. You can't complain.
You know, that burns a lot of time. But although it was an incompletion, that was still a great play. You saw how comfortable Colin O'Sullivan was. Great footwork, moving through the pocket, looking through his second read. Although incompletion, very good play for the future of this team.
You'd love to see it. Young
Ross-
guys getting involved.
And immediate flag on the field as Rustin was ready to catch that snap. Now, in the event that Upper Dublin does win, we do ask that you stick around for a post-game interview that we attempt to get. And we will attempt to bring our camera onto the field. Here's 4th down, 4:14 left, and Owen Carl. Powerful kick. Stopped at the 1 yard line. Wow.
Wow.
That just stunned me. I didn't even, it didn't really surprise me because we know what he's capable of.
Owen Carl continues his dominance tonight.
And it stopped at the 5 yard line, excuse me.
You know, I call him leg assist. Strikes again. I'm going to say it again. Best punter in the PIAA.
We love to see it. We love to see it.
.407 left. 22-8. Score still remains the same as we see Nick Rodriguez hyping up the crowd, the cheerleaders, Nadir Johnson as well. The bench is loving it as we see Crispino far and pass interference. Pretty obvious as Michael Wright was tugging on his jersey. I don't even know why the fans are. That was a good call in my opinion.
Very
unbiased
obvious
opinion.
Penalty there on the field. Cardinals, of course, getting a little overeager, but it happens. Part of the game.
You know, to put it blunt, although the fans don't like it, come on, he was hugging him.
Practically. As facts on the field, and it'll back out the Cardinals to the spot of the foul. But 4:01 remaining in this final quarter at Cardinal Stadium.
Are you sensing victory yet? You smelling it or tasting it?
Josh, I don't want to jinx anything.
Well, now I can't.
But
We're feeling good.
We're feeling good.
You know, well, right now, I don't really smell or taste anything with this mask. But here we go, 1st and 10 for the Golden Knights. Crispino looking left, passing right, and it is picked up by Upper Dublin, and he goes in for the touchdown. Upper Dublin sealing the deal right there. Wow, that seems to do it for UD. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And there's a flag on the field.
Celebration right there. Too much for the refs. That's going to affect the kickoff. And that's going to keep the touchdown on the board no matter what.
That was younger brother Chris Colbrenner of Johnny Colbrenner. You know, earlier today in the cafeteria, one of the players, Griffin Pentabine, said he was playing around saying he didn't have so much confidence in Chris Colbrenner. I should have bet on that.
First, obviously, didn't know he was in the game there, but we'll take it. What a play.
You know, that's the future right there. Freshman Chris Colbrenner keeping the Colbrenner dynasty alive. Get ready to see a lot of that in the future.
Now the score is 28-8, and we see Owen Carl there for the extra point. You know, Owen Carl, I don't know if you remember from last game when I just want to really quickly quote him when I was on the field. I was on the field filming. Owen Carl, faked the play, and as planned as it looked, it was not. And as he said, quote unquote, young bull was coming at me. He did not want to go down easy, so he decided to take it in for himself and gain about 29 yards.
That's incredible. As the game says, you take what the defense gives you, and that's exactly what happened. Owen Carl made it happen, and Upper Dublin went on to win that game. Number 20 checking in for the Cardinals on the field, and And here comes the extra point by the man himself, Owen Carl.
And the extra point is good, bringing Upper Dublin to 29-8 score.
What is that, 21 out of 22?
21 out of 22. Now it's 29-8, 3:50 left in the fourth quarter. I'm starting to smell a little more and more in this mess.
I'm feeling a victory now.
I'm still not going to say it. I'm very superstitious. Still got a chance there. Just got to get a few onside kicks.
I'd say if you get one big stop here, that might do it.
You know, Crispino kind of lobbed up that slow pass, giving Chris Kohlbrenner that open window, and he definitely took advantage of that. Nonetheless, we are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes, we are. It's been an incredible ride, 2020, for this Upper Dublin Cardinals team, and it will, barring a miracle, it will continue.
Now stick around for those watching at home for a post-game interview. Looks like an unsportsmanlike conduct coming in from the Cardinals. When you said eager, a little too eager, Josh Silverty, but got to tone it down just a bit. We got to keep the social distancing going.
Right, you know, there's stuff going on right now. Got to keep it tight, but we're good to go.
I still think that's getting called before the coronavirus. The entire team was in the end zone.
Where are we thinking? I'm thinking it's going to drop at the 40, and it does.
Good call.
And here's Golden Knights on the play, getting a huge run in. Already within near field goal range.
Interesting tackle there by the Cardinals. Just trying to wrap him down from behind, but whatever works. He's not still running in there, so that's all we care about.
Yeah, and I mean, whatever gets a job done right. Hey, the defense has to keep their head in the game. One more stop, and you can just bleed the clock away.
That's absolutely right. It comes down to these big 4 downs.
Now in the PIAA 5A class, Upper Dublin ranks 11th, and Bayard Rustin just 2 places below that. So when we came into this game believing it was evenly matched, pretty much was based on the rankings. Now, you know, we have teams across the state that rank higher, but very out of reach. Here's Crispino looking downfield, far pass, and did it get picked off again?
Wow.
It did! That's Chris Kohlbrenner once again, the young guy. Oh my gosh.
He's saying, don't sleep on me. I know this might be my brother's homecoming, but don't sleep on me.
Chris Kohlbrenner straight out of midair 2 times in a row. That seals it.
That should seal it. Wow.
I bet his older brother is looking at him and just feeling
He's proud.
so many emotions.
He's proud. He's the future of this Upper Dublin team.
And CJ, you'll be set in stone for next year when we get coverage of those games.
Josh, is it fair to say that these games against Westchester, Bayard, Rustin is some of the best games that Upper Dublin has ever played? I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, I would agree.
Incredible.
I mean, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I mean, great rivalry brewing between Westchester and UD.
Obviously, battle between not just 2 schools, but 2 great football programs as well.
You know, coming into this season, it was really an accumulation of really getting the team dynamic to work. You know, in the beginning, you let the seniors lead the games, mostly on rushing. You have Rossman, Bootman. Bootman not really being able to get so involved in the beginning because O'Sullivan was new to the team. And then we move on past the Satterton game. I think in the Satterton game, they realized they need to put more trust into O'Sullivan, because in the second half of that Satterton game, as soon as he started, Upper Dublin started experimenting, Coach Stover, with O'Sullivan, giving him the trust into passing. It started to work. Then we move on to the Council Rock North game, and it just lifted off from there.
Right.
And we see here, not only we have this like dynamic 4, we have more players, Noah Lee, we have Chris Kohlbrenner, Logan Trim, everyone's involved, and we even saw it on that play when the whole offensive line was pushing Upper Dublin down the field. So team effort was definitely present tonight.
Right, there is no I in team is the saying, and this Cardinal team is standing together, united together for one cause, and that is to win football games. Great effort by the Cardinals, not just tonight, this entire season, and they have made a special ride here in 2020.
You know, you look at that Week 3 game against Souderton. I mean, that was my first game here, and you have to think, no one, and I mean no one, saw this coming, and it's just incredible how much this team has developed the past month and a half.
You know, the senior experience doesn't stop here. We have district, and by that I mean senior experience has been cut short due to coronavirus, but it looks like, as we're getting word, that we will look to play Cathedral Prep after this game. We might be taking a huge road trip all the way to Erie for this game, or at least meet in the middle. We're not going there. It's going to be a neutral location. Last game Mannheim is about an hour away, but for some reason we got the advantage of going to Wissahickon, which is right next door. So you never know.
Knowing us, we'll be back at Chambersburg High School.
Oh, boy. That was for the girls' team. Shout out to Coach Funston, where we had to go to Chambersburg twice for the state playoffs. And
There's a flag on the punt return. That looks like it'll be going back.
this is probably the best game I've seen where the team really works together.
One of the best games I have ever seen here at my time at Upper Dublin. We've seen great memories over the years, but these games against Bayard Rustin, the team unites together in one fight, and that fight is the win. There's something special about these games.
Once again, stick around in case we have a post-game interview. I think that it has definitely ended off on a good note for the seniors here tonight. You know, with all the struggles, not being able to have a 9-game season, and only cut short to a 6-game season, or 5-game season, 2 games in playoffs. And then doesn't stop them, though. It does not stop them.
Does not stop them. They made no excuses this year. They've taken what was in front of them. They've capitalized on it. They've made an incredible season, and it will continue. Wow. What a time to be at Upper Dublin Cardinal.
I'm going to be curious to really understand from Micah Bootman what went on in halftime huddle.
You know, this is, they're conceding is Rustin as they're sending out the punt team on the 4th and 2. Wow. Or, sorry, no, are they? Yeah, sorry. I was a little confused there because how close they were to the line. Watch a potential fake here.
You never know.
And it looks like have some younger guys coming out, and Owen Carl kicks that one over to the 40, and it is stopped at the 37.
58 seconds left in this game. Bayard Rustin at Upper Dublin. It's been an incredible, pretty much yearly matchup between these two teams. You've had 2018, the Philly special at the goal line where Upper Dublin was able to win it. 2019, Bayard Rustin was able to defeat us in the playoffs. But this year, Bayard Rustin comes in back to Cardinal Stadium and is not able to finish it. We'll kick it over to one of the members of our broadcasting team later on to interview on field. 58 seconds remaining, and we are proud to be Upper Dublin Cardinals.
Stick around. Immediately after the game, we are going to unplug our mics and take the iPad down to the field, get some coverage of the celebration, and that'll do it. We're going to get a post-game interview. Make sure to stick around for that.
Yeah, that will do it, Josh.
I'm gonna hand it off to CJ and Josh Siliberti. I'll see you guys down at the field.
You're doing the interview, right?
It is an incredible run for the Cardinals here in 2020. the final 30 seconds remaining of this game here at Cardinals Stadium tonight.
If I did describe this game in, or at least this second half in one word, fun.
Absolutely, fun is the word. We'll be right back with a post-game interview. We're about to finish up. We appreciate you attending and joining in tonight.
The head coach Frank Stover and their entire coaching staff.
Yeah, dude,
I'm muting.
Go for it.
Okay, so Josh will be here in 1 second, and like I'd say if you wait another 4 or 5 minutes with Johnny Colbrunner, Chris Colbrunner, and Micah Bootman. Thank you for holding on. Just probably just keep it.
Yep, very good.
I know you guys probably can't hear much. We're going to keep it unmuted just so you can hear some of the festivities and some of the audio, how excited everyone is.
Put a bow on this. Let's put the bow on this.
Yeah, we're back. Steven, can you take a video of this?
The most complete game of the season. All right? And the most opportune time. And the district championship. All right? Where sometimes it's too big for some, but guess what? Tonight it wasn't too big for you guys. And I applaud you. I applaud you guys. Blue Raiders. That's you. That's you.
Hey, every Blue Raider, stand up right now. If you played offensive or defensive Blue Raider, that is because of you. Well done. That's why we are the program that we are. Well done, boys.
It's the whole team. The whole
We don't need this film work.
Guys, I'm not sure what's going to happen from us, right? But all I know is for tonight, you are just a champion. No one can take it away from you. That's me. And you're hanging the banner. Oh, yeah.
Hey. Best defense is a great offense. And we don't go 2 platoon here. I coached at the Salmon and we had the offensive player get there. That don't happen here. You gotta play both teams. And you don't have to all the time. And the Raiders to the offense that came out of the back with a 17-1. They took all the air. Right? This gets us to a 5. We need them out of all. Right? And what you find in Lakers, we win games when? Sunday to Thursday, right? We win games Sunday to Thursday. Thursday night we have prayer session. Friday we have the ball. Okay? Right? Be smart. I know we're going to talk to you. Be smart. Coach Ball, I guess they're yours. I want to tell you something. If you don't understand how important preparation is. Go.
Yeah, Steven, get in.
You got to start. Let's go. This weekend, get ready for the next one. Because you know what? Nothing's better than playoff.
for him about being safe? Oh boy.
Who's in charge of that trophy? Because I'm not carrying it down when you guys carry it down. Hey, we still got to get all that equipment over there. All right, you guys will.
Yeah.
I got it. Oh my God, that's awesome.
Find a stand.
Yeah.
Find a place to stand. Look at my bag. Go where my bag is. Yeah. Right there is where you should stand.
Is it half body up?
Yeah, that's good.
Here with our three seniors after the district championship game against Westchester Rustin. First players to ever do it twice as high school players here at UD. You guys have to tell me what happened in the huddle. What happened to make the energy and the momentum go in the second half?
Be loud, guys.
As seniors, we try to be leaders on the field and off the field. And we was in the huddle every play. We were hyping our team up. We got the next play. Especially that one play, somebody messed up on our defense. We got a flag, and then next play, Chris Coburn, he gets a quickie and takes it out. I mean, we just try to make plays.
Especially after last year and a couple years ago, like whenever we're up, we know not to let down our momentum and everything and keep on going because they can come back at any time. So we kind of just expect that team like that.
The coaches just could keep preaching. When you get punched, how are you going to react? How are you going to bounce back from that punch? And I mean, that's what we were talking about in the huddles, man. We were talking about how when we get punched, we come back, we're about to punch them two, three more times down the field and get that score.
Johnny, tell us about what the future holds with your younger brother making all those plays.
I mean, I'll take all the credit for that in the backyard. He still can't cover me, but yeah, I feel like they have a very stable future.
they have a good foundation. So I feel like the next couple of years are going to be contenders. So.
Tell us about the dynamic of the team. You know, in the beginning, you guys really took a leadership role, and then throughout the season, in 5 games that you played, tell us about how you got more teammates involved, because really this was the best game of the season. We saw the most team effort. We saw you guys, defensive line, pushing guys down the field. Tell us more about that.
I mean, it all starts in practice. You know, we got the Blue Raiders. They're playing. They're giving us a scout all week.
Shout out to Samir for that.
Shout out to Samir.
Samir's been a good Blue Raider.
Amazing Blue Raider all year. And he didn't get to play today because of an injury in practice that yesterday, that he was just going 100% in practice, and it sucks, but he couldn't play today. But really, it's just we're just a band of brothers flying out there, cheating to the ball, and getting all hats to the ball, and working as a team.
Now, did the former UD alum have any impact on the game today in attendance?
Yeah, before the game, they gave us a good pep talk, especially Mike. Mike really got us hyped up, and Coach Stoll, he brought us out, he ready to play from the first snap to the last whistle.
Last question, you guys satisfied with how it ended at UD?
Oh, it's not done yet.
It's not done. We're trying to go for a state champ.
Well, we'll see next week against
We'll see what
Corona
Corona allows us to do. Yeah.
All right, thank you, gentlemen, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job. Thanks, Jake.
Yo.